Complete Brevo beginner tutorial. Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys step by step on how to get started with Brevo. Brevo has some amazing capabilities and features which can help you in managing your business. With specific tools like email marketing, automation, CRM, and analytics, you're able to manage your business in this one platform. With all of their different platforms combined into one, you can use it for all of your marketing needs as well as your customer management tool. So let's get started with Brevo. So to get started with Brevo, first off, you're going to head on over into brevo.com. Once you do that, you're going to go on ahead and click on sign up for free. Once you click on sign up free, you're going to proceed with your email address, or you can proceed with Google or Apple. So today I'm just going to proceed with Google. So I have a quick and easy setup process for my Brevo account. And once I do that, I'm just going to continue on and I'm going to add my first and last name. Then we're going to add our company name. So our company name is going to be Hearts Jewels. And then if we have a company website, we would add that. But if we do not have a website yet, you can just mark this as I don't have a website to proceed without a website. However, I do want to link my website. So to link your website, all you have to do is just log on to your website and copy the URL. So whatever URL you have, you can copy and paste that. Whether it's a custom domain or not, you can still do that simply by clicking on copy and then pasting that over here. Then after that, you're going to click on continue to proceed. Now, after that, you can install the application for Brevo on your Shopify store or on any other web builder and connect your website to your Brevo account. So I want to actually rename my company into Lily Davis Clothing. So it's more closely related to our Shopify store. And after that, I'm just going to click on install app. And just like that, we have our Brevo application for our Shopify store. And then we are just going to log on to our account to proceed with our Shopify connection. And in a few simple and easy steps, we will be able to link our store and our Shopify account. And this is done very easily if you have already logged on to both of those platforms. So we're just going to click on install over here. And once we do that, we're going to go back into brevo.com to proceed with our actual account sign up. So we're going to click on my account dashboard on the top right, and just like so, we will be logged on to our Brevo dashboard. Now, in our Brevo dashboard, we will see on our left, we have contacts, campaigns, automations, transactional, conversations, deals, which allow you to create pipelines, meetings, and calls. In your homepage, you're going to find a summary for everything. And on the top right, you're going to find your business name and then your general settings, plugins, and users and security. Now, the first step is usually to add your team members to your Brevo account. So if you have other people you want to add to your CRM tools or to your email marketing tools, you're going to click on the top right and then click on users. Once you do that, you can click on add users to add multiple different users. Based upon different plans, there are limitations to the number of users you can add, which we will be discussing at the end of this video. You can add the email addresses of people who you would like to invite, like so. And I'm just going to add one singular email, and if you have multiple, you're going to separate them by a comma. Once you do that, click on continue. Once you click on continue, you're going to choose the permissions that you want to allow them. You can give them full permissions or you can give them custom permissions. Custom permissions are more useful when you have certain departments. So if this particular person is only related to my marketing section, I would only give them permissions that are related to their particular designation, and they wouldn't be able to make changes otherwise. This helps ensure a more smooth flow of your business. So for that, we are going to allow it to proceed with contacts as well as create and manage companies, but not alter their settings. And I do want them to be able to, I'm just going to proceed. And after that, you can proceed, but I'm just going to proceed with the full permissions because this is just a sample account for now. Once you do that, you're going to click on send the invitation now. and the invitation will be sent out to this particular person via their email. When they go back into their email account, they will have a direct link, and once they open it up, their status is going to become active. Now, after that, you can go into your top right and manage your business by clicking on settings. This includes your time format, your notifications, and your account. And below that, you will have any of your plugins that you want to use. If you're already using certain tools such as WordPress, WooCommerce, Google Ads, you might want to link all of those, such as our Shopify store, which we want to link. So you guys can see, if we open our Shopify store over here, we have the PushOwl/Brevo application installed. And this just allows you to have easier access to all of your business details. Now, moving forward, let's proceed with creating contacts. If you click on contact on the left, you will find several segmentations. So you can either organize your contacts into groups via lists or segments. Now, lists and segments are two different things. Lists are going to be static, whereas segments are more filtered and are going to be updated based upon the certain type of behavior that those users are providing or displaying. So lists are going to be, let's say, a list of your first 100 customers, but a segment is going to be, let's say, the customers that spent the most in this particular month, or the customers that most frequently opened up your emails. That is going to be a segment. Below that, in your contacts, you're going to find companies that you're going to add. So if you have any transactions with companies, whether they are buying or selling to you, it is going to be added here. Below that, you have landing pages. This is a more premium feature on Brevo. Then you also have forms which you can create to build more subscribers, to get more emails, and to get more integrated and more dedicated customers. Because when someone subscribes to your newsletter or to your form, whatever type of form that they might be signing up for, they usually will provide their email, and then from that email, you're going to be able to send them marketing emails accurately. Then below that, you have your general contact settings. This includes the contact attributes, company attributes, as well as unengaged contacts. Now, your contact attributes can differ if you are in a very specific industry. Let's say you are in a call center. Then your contact attributes might be defining what types of calls that you are doing to this particular person, whether they are for a XYZ service or XYZ service. However, because this is a clothing store business, so this is a retail business, and I don't have those types of attributes which are very industry specific, I do not have to add additional ones. But you can click on that and you can add more attributes. Now, we haven't completed our sign up form, so we're going to go into our profile and just complete that in a quick second, which includes our registration. So we have our address, which we are going to add over here, and then our zip code, as well as our city and our country, like so. And then click on continue. Once we do that, we're just going to accept all their cookies, and then we're going to add how many people are on your team and how many contacts do you have. And after that, I'm just going to click on continue. And then you're going to have to add your phone number, and then you will receive a verification code in your phone number. So you're just going to have to verify that. And I'm just going to do that in a quick second. So now from here, we're just going to proceed and we're going to be creating our contacts. Now to create our contacts, we're going to go on ahead, go into contact, and you have two ways to create contacts. Whether you want to import from a pre-existing database, so it could be contacts, companies, notes, or deals that you want to import. And you can import that data onto Brevo. You can do that simply by copying and pasting, importing from a CSV or TXT file, or you can import from another tool as well. So that is up to your personal preference on how you want to import. I'm going to be adding a contact first. So to create my contact, I'm just going to click on create contact, and you will see a pop-up on your right. When you see this pop-up, you can proceed with creating your contact. Starting off, I'm going to enter their first name. Let's say it's Kelly Davison, and then their email address. So kellydave@gmail.com. Then below that, we can add their phone number and we can add their text ID, their contact time zone. So whatever time zone this particular contact is present in, especially if you have an international website where multiple different regions of people are going to be visiting, then it's better to have a contact time zone be entered. So you know the optimized time to send them an email or to send them a text. If you don't have it, it will automatically use your time zone to send out those mails. Then you add them to a list. If you have one already, you can add their job title, associated companies, or LinkedIn. I'm going to click on create, and just like that, we have our first contact added. Now it's time to start creating some segmentations and some lists. To do that, you can click on use segment template to use a pre-built template. This includes different segmentations based upon email marketing, SMS marketing, demographics, and sales. So I want to create a segment of engaged email contacts or new email contacts. So people that have subscribed in the last 30 days, and I want to add that as a segment. And I want to add this as new subs, and I'm going to save it to my folder. Then I want to use another segment, which is going to be for my sales, and I want to add this. Once I do that, I have a task, the next task date in the next 1 week, and I want to save that as a segment, sale 1. And after that, I can use other types of segments, or I can click on create segment from scratch. Once you do that, you can filter this out in different ways. Now, after that, you can click on lists on the left and click on create a list to enter your list. Let's say this is going to be for all subscribers. And then I will select my first folder and click on create list. Once I do that, this will be an empty list, so I will have to add contacts into this list. I'm going to click on import contacts and we can import them, or I can directly add them one by one as well. Now, if I go back into my original contacts list or just my general contacts, I have these filters put on, but I'm going to remove them. And then I can select this contact, click on more actions, and then I can click on edit. Once I do that, I can update whatever attribute I want to update, or I can even open up their details. I can just click on add to list, and then we're just going to add them to our all subscribers list. And once we do that, I'm going to click on add, and they will be added to this particular list. Now, whenever I'm sending out an email, I can just check the all subscribers list, and this would be sent out to all subscribers. Now, below that, you have companies. So companies are going to be a bit different. You're just going to click on create company in the same way, but you can associate a company to a certain contact. So if you have a salesperson or a representative of that company that frequently handles business with your business, so you can add them as a general associate. From here, we're going to add the company name. Let's say this is going to be our Yes Cotton. Let's say that's the company name. They don't have a website. I'm not going to add the industry, but we can just click on create. Now I'm going to click on close. Now from here, you guys can see the owner of this company by default has been added as me, but I want to change that. So I want to click on the owner section. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to alter this. I would add another person, and then that would be noted as the company owner. Now, the best part about using Brevo is that when you click on any item, you will get more details. So if I click on any segment, I will have more details about that segment. If I click on any contact, I can view all the details about that particular contact. So if I click on Kelly Davison, if I open this up, you will see over here that we have all our subscribers sent, delivered, unique opening, unique links, and then tasks, calls, more, as well as recent history, their information. On the right, we will also see any companies they're associated with and any deals that they are associated with. Below that, we have our campaigns, but before we go into campaigns, we're going to take a look at our final section from contact, which is going to be our forms. Now, forms can be created for your website, and this is going to be really amazing because when you create forms through Brevo, it's automatically going to sync all of that data in, and you're going to be able to easily get more subscribers, and you're not going to have to manually import that data over and over. You will easily be able to just use their forms and the data will be synced up. So from here, what you're going to do is click on Create Sign Up Form, and you can choose two types of forms, whether it's a pop-up form or a fully embedded form. I want to create a pop-up form or a fully embedded form. And after that, I want to add my form name, which is going to be Exclusive Insider Sign Up. And I'm going to click on Create Form. Once I do that, I want to build a really nice individual form for people to be able to become an exclusive insider for our clothing brand. So I'm going to click on the top, and then we're going to customize the newsletter section, which is going to be the title section. So become an insider. And below that, I'm going to add subscribe to our exclusive insider program to get news on our launches, resales, and much more. And then below that, enter your email to subscribe. Below that, I think I want to alter the style of text as well, which I can just double click on. And then on the left, I can choose whatever style I want. So I'm just going to be choosing something nice and simple. And then for this, let's enter this. Now from here, we have the background. We also have the container, buttons, alerts, and spacing, which all can be altered. So I want a nice pink color as the background color because that's my favorite color. So we're just going to go with a peachy pink like this. Then I'm just going to do this, and just like that, we have our color. Then we have our container. It's vertical and it has a large width, background color, borders are solid, opacity, and then we have buttons, which I think look pretty nice. So I'm just going to click on next. Now, they do recommend adding a CAPTCHA to your design simply because it does make your design or your form far more protected, and it prevents any spam or any type of excessive signups, which can be scams, or it could be someone just trying to mess with you. So it is recommended to just drag and drop a CAPTCHA code over here so that people have to verify. My site key is going to be 1234 1234, and I'm just going to click on next. Once I do that, I'm going to proceed with what list should these users be added to. So I'm going to be creating a new list for these users. And to do that, I'm going to click on Create List, and this list is going to be called My Exclusive Subscribers. And then I'm going to click on Create List, and whenever someone subscribes to this, they would be added to the exclusive subscriber list. Now I'm going to click on over here, and once I do that, I'm going to click on Next. After that, we have two options where we can add whether or not we want a confirmation email when the form is submitted, or a confirmation page. So below that, we also have advanced settings where we can block signups with an address from a free service provider. We can also block signups with a disposable email address, such as Yopmail, Mailnader, and MyTrashMail, which are known for obscuring real identities. Now I'm going to click on next, and once we do that, we have our success message. Our subscription was successful, invalid user information, error message, and empty field. All of this is going to be left at default because it looks fine. Then I can click on preview your form, and this is what our form currently is going to be looking like. And after that, I can use HTML and embed this form. So we also have iframe, or we have HTML. This just depends on however you want it to be embedded. We're going to copy this HTML code that you're going to get from Brevo, and you can use this anywhere. So you have to copy the entire thing. Just make sure to do that. And then you're going to go into your store, wherever you're building your store, wherever your business website is or e-commerce website is. And you're going to open up their editor or your web editor and just click on Customize. And once you click on Customize, almost every web builder right now has an HTML embed option. So you just click on Add section, and then you click on, scroll down, click on Custom Liquid, Custom Code, click on the Custom Liquid, add your snippet. And once you do that, you're going to just click on Save, and you guys can see This is what our custom liquid or our Brevo code has created for us on our Shopify store. Now we can get exclusive signups from our customers. Now, moving forward, we have campaigns. Campaigns can be of 4 types, whether it's email, SMS, WhatsApp, or web push. So we're going to be taking a look at campaigns and automations later on, but first we're going to take a look at a few other things on Brevo. This includes your configuration. So if you click on transactional over here, you will be able to deliver messages at a larger scale with their messaging API. Whether it's real-time, statistics, logs, templates, and settings, all can be found under here, and this can be for emails or SMS. Below that, you also have your conversations, which is a completely separate app, which is going to manage conversations for you with Brevo. Now let's move forward into creating our own campaigns using Brevo. So to get started with creating our own campaigns using Brevo, our first step is going to be to simply head on over into campaigns. The best part about campaigns on Brevo is that you can use a template as well. But if you want to get started from scratch, you can just choose whichever type of campaign you want to create. Now, campaigns can be of so many different types, and campaigns can serve so many different purposes. These are especially helpful when you're trying to get your brand name out there and get more engaged customers. So to be able to do this, first off, we're going to enter the campaign name. Our campaign name is going to be our sale announcement, and then I'm going to click on create campaign. You can create 2 types of campaigns. Either it's going to be a regular campaign as we are creating right now, or it could also be A/B testing, where you have 2 different variations of the same campaign running. This allows you to send out your initial emails and then you see what performs better, and then you send it out to the rest of your subscribers. After that, you're going to set up the recipients. So you click on add recipients, and once you click on add recipients, you're going to choose who you want to send this to. I want to send this to all of my subscribers, and I'm going to click on save. Once I do that, I can add the subject line. The subject line is what comes in the preview of their inbox, so it's really important to have an engaging subject line. For us, we're just going to be creating one, and then we can use AI to improve it as well. You guys can see that Brevo has their own AI assistant. This newsletter is about a midsummer sale, and I'm going to click on start, and it's going to create an engaging newsletter title. Summer deals you cannot miss. I want to create a sense of urgency as well. Don't miss out, summer deals end soon. So yeah, this is pretty nice, and I'm just going to click on use it. Then we have our preview text. So this is going to say all dresses are now 50% off. All maxi dresses. And I'm going to click on save over here because I'm pretty nicely satisfied with this particular subject line. Moving on, we have the design, which is going to be a major component of our email. So for that, you're going to click on start designing. And once you click on start designing, you can get started with their templates. Now, you have a couple of different layouts available, which you can use. Then you have their pre-built template gallery. So you guys can see that these templates are built already, and you just add your own company information. You can even save your own templates, then click on campaigns to take a look at any pre-used templates, or you can even code your own. So for us, I do want to be using a template or a layout. Personally, I really like layouts because they allow you to add things by your own. It just gives you a lot of independence in terms of design. So I'm just going to scroll down, and you guys can see that if you are someone that does not want to spend too much time in designing, Brevo has all types of templates which are going to satisfy any type of newsletter you're looking to create. You can even go into template gallery, and Brevo has such a large gallery of templates. So if we take a look at sale template, these are sale templates, Cyber Monday, and this looks pretty nice actually. All I have to do is change the color scheme and it would fit my business. So I think I am going to be using this template today. For that, I'm going to click on use template, and once I do that, this will open up the template editor. Once I do that, we are going to go into our design editor. Now from here on the left, you guys can see we have different blocks, sections, and then saved. Starting off, we're going to click on the top where we have our logo. We're going to click on Setup Brand on the left, and what this does is that instead of having to add your logo every single time, you can add your URL, or you can directly set up your brand manually, and your logo, your color schemes, things of that sort will be added to your brand. So we have Lily Davis Clothing as our brand, and I'm pretty sure we do not have a logo yet. So I'm just going to go into Canva and quickly design a logo. And this is, again, Canva is a free tool, so if you don't have a logo yet, you can use Canva as well. I'm just going to scroll down, take a look at whatever template I like, click on Customize Template. And once I do that, I can proceed. Now going back, I'm just going to be adding our logo image here by uploading it. We're just going to go into our uploads and upload our logo image. Now, once we've done that, I'm going to click on Insert to insert my logo. Then after that, we can save our brand colors, and I want to set up my pink color scheme for my brand colors as well. So we're just going to be doing that. This is a bit too dark. I'm going to save this as our brand color. After that, I'm going to go here, save this as our brand color, and then go with the darker color as well to create some contrast. And then a pastel yellow or butter yellow, and then black. And I think this is fine. Now from here, we're going to be choosing our fonts. So for my fonts, I want to use the Palatino font as my heading font. And then I want to use Georgia as my paragraph font. Once I do that, I can click on Save and Apply Brand. So this will be applied throughout our template that we have selected. And we're going to click on Continue Editing to continue editing the email that we were creating. So from here, we are just going to click on the layout. And we're going to click on background, and I'm going to change the background color to a nice pink color like so. And then I want to click on spacing, content visibility. Now our logo image is a bit too large, so I'm going to resize this. And once I've resized this, I'm going to make it like so. And instead of Cyber Monday, this is going to be our summer or midsummer sale. And I'm going to write more than 50% off, or up to 50%, up to 70% off, and then our shop now link. So first I'm going to change the background color on this particular section. So again, just selecting the background, and then I'm going to use the butter yellow color in this like so. And everything in your Brevo email is so easily editable. You can just select the item you want to edit, click on it, click on the background, edit the background. You can add images as well if you do want to do that. But I'm just going to be using these colors simply because I like them. Now, once I've done that, I am going to click on the Shop Now link, and then instead of my link being just a blank link, I'm going to copy my web address. So this is my store, and I'm just going to copy the link for my store. So thelilydavis.online, I'm going to enter that, and then we have our button settings. So if you want to refine the text, if you want to edit the button, the layout, spacing, and content visibility, everything is fine, so I'm just going to proceed. Now it says almost sold out. Instead of almost sold out, I do want to advertise my maxi dress sale a bit more. So I'm going to write maxi dresses are all in style and affordable with flat 50% off. Like this. And below that, I'm going to just delete these images and replace them with some other stock images instead. I'm just going to search for dress. Insert this, and then we're going to search for dress again, and we are going to be using this one like so. And instead of this lorem ipsum, we can remove this and add our own text, which I'm just gonna leave for now. Once I do that, I'm going to be deleting this section because I don't want my email to be a bit too long, because this is just a sale announcement. I can just click on delete. If I want, I can click on replace on any of these sections. And once we have completed this free shipping with this code, I'm not offering free shipping, so I'm going to remove that and remove the content block as well. Now below that, our company information will be added as well as our link. So you're going to click on the social section, and from the left, you're going to add your Facebook or your LinkedIn or your X or YouTube account. So this is just going to be Lily Davis clothing, and I don't want any other socials link. Then I can choose my icon design, how I want it to look. From there, I'm just going to click on preview and test so you can preview this email. You can select a contact who you would like to send out this email. Usually this is just going to be you. You just send it to yourself to check how the email looks. I'm going to click on save and quit because I just want to save this as it is. Now, another really powerful feature is that if you are uncertain about your design, you can just click on edit design over here. When you click on edit design, you can click on Aura AI, and this can help you in creating all of your content for you. So all of your text, your sales pitches, your lines that you want to use, things to pull in your customers can be created with Aura. Now I'm going to save and quit. And once we've done that, we can proceed with creating our campaign. So we can click on edit settings. So once we do that, we can send out some personalizations. This includes the send to field, which is going to be personalized. We can personalize that as well. We can use a different reply to address. We can enable Google Analytics. We can ignore list custom settings, add an attachment, add a tag, set an expiration date, use a custom unsubscribe page, use an update form profile, as well as edit the default header and view enabling browser link. Once we do that, we're going to click on schedule and schedule out our email. We can send this right away, schedule this for later, or send it at the best time. This is going to be determined by Aura AI. This is going to enhance or maximize the chances of your email being opened by delivering your campaign at the optimal time for each recipient within a 24-hour period. However, when you're starting out your business and you don't have any customer data, you don't have analytics to base this off of, it's better to just schedule your emails for one time which you think is going to be the best, and then later on use Aura. So I'm just going to schedule this for later and then click on schedule. And just like that, our campaign has been created. Once you create your campaign, you're going to get some analytics on your campaign once it has been launched. Now, moving forward with automations, because after campaigns, automations are our next thing that we do want to enable. So you can click on create your automation to get started with automating a lot of your business processes. Now from here, you have different types of automations, whether those are abandoned cart, marketing activity, anniversaries, welcome messages, or more. Your automations can serve different purposes, such as improving engagement, increasing traffic, increasing revenue, or building relationships. And you can select the type of automation you want to add. Let's say I want an anniversary date, and then I want to click on create automation. This is going to be based upon the birthday of that particular person, or of your, let's say, of your business. You want to add an anniversary gift for your business as well. You can do that as well. And once you do that, you will be able to build different types of automations. It's not necessary to be using a template, but automations can be very easy to create because it's such a simple step-by-step tool. So you can click on create automation, click on create from scratch, and then click on new editor, which is, they have two types of editor. Brevo has their own original editor, and this is their new editor. Now on the left, you can choose the type of trigger you want. You have different types of trigger. Let's say this is going to be based upon a deal that is completed, or a task that is completed, or a web page that is visited. It could be an action, and then after that we have actions and then rules. So let's say whenever a anniversary comes up, and how are we going to know the anniversary? I don't have a date for anniversary, so that's why I can't create anniversaries, but you can choose whatever you want, and you can choose the subsequent actions that do happen. Now we're going to, so over here, I am just adding a contact to our list. Whenever our contact is added to our list, let's say it's going to be added into our all subscribers list or exclusive subscribers list. And once I do that, I want the action to be to send out an email notification. I want to send out an email. And that email would be like a thank you email, or whatever content I want, I can add that. And then I can also add time rules. So it could be a time delay, conditional split, A/B split, or wait until an event happens. So like so, you can create automations, and then you can click on test to test these automations as well as activate them so they become fully functional. Now let's go back onto our Brevo dashboard to start with our final section, which is going to be creating and managing your sales and different types of pipeline, whether it's a customer relationship management pipeline or whether it's a marketing pipeline. So you can click on Start for Free to get started and name your pipeline. This is going to be our sales pipeline, and or our CRM, which is more popular. And in this is going to be a deals pipeline. From here, you can see different stages of each pipeline. So for coaching, this is what it looks like. For consulting, this is what it looks like. For fundraising, this is what it looks like. But for us, it's going to be deals. And I'm going to click on Create Your First Pipeline. You can customize these stages under the settings section in your Brevo profile as well. Once you do that, you guys can see a deal will be added here. So you can click on this particular section to add a new deal, and as it moves forward, you scroll ahead and just move the deal into the next section. Now from there, you can either mark it as won or lost. Now this is just an example deal that Brevo has created. I'm going to delete this and we're going to start creating our own. A deal can be added with different tasks that are accompanying it as well. So I'm going to click on Create Deal and I'm going to select the contact. Let's say this is related to Kelly Davison and she's from Yes Cotton. And then the deal stage is new. The amount this is worth is, let's say, $5,000. And then the closing date is going to be, let's say, at max the 30th of May. Then I can create a task to follow up on this deal as well under the to do section, which is going to be to send or call Miss Kelly's assistant, and then the due date and the time. Let's say we have to do this tomorrow, and then I'm just going to click on create, and just like that, our new deal will be created. From there, we can update the deal activity as we go, and we can move the deal into new stages. And as the deal moves, so will our task. So you can click on tasks over here, and as a task happens, you can add priorities and click on done to mark that task as done. You can click on customize column to add different columns in tasks as well. So if your tasks have different attributes or are related to different things, you can specify those over here as well. Below that, you're going to find reports on your deal. So you will see your average won, average lost, as well as the revenue that you have and over how long of a period you're generating your revenue, the total deal value, the estimated revenue, what stage of your pipeline are most of your deals. And below that, in your settings, you will be able to customize notifications, collaborations, pipeline settings, deal attributes, as well as deals currency. Now, below that, we have our meetings and calls, which we can also organize using Brevo. So, Brevo meetings are an easy way for you to schedule meetings with customers very easily. Whether you're just scheduling your daily work meetings or you're scheduling a consulting meeting, it's all done with Brevo. You can click on Get Started with Brevo Meeting and choose the type of meeting. So, let's say this is going to be a 30-minute meeting or an introductory meeting. And then we can connect our Google or Outlook calendar to easily avoid double bookings. Then we set up our availability hours. So for us, it's 9 to 5. And let's say we are taking Fridays off. And then you can click on next. You can add a break time and break up the availability timings. And just like that, your booking page will be created, including planned meetings, a page editor, availability, and general settings. This is one of the simplest ways for you to be able to take meetings and easily organize your day with Brevo. And then at the end, we have calls. So in your phone or your calls section within Brevo, you will see you can make and receive calls anywhere with the web call interface or mobile app. You do have to verify your phone number to ensure that you are able to use the calls feature in Brevo. Now, the best part about using Brevo is that you have a free plan, then a starter, business, and enterprise. Starting out, depending on whatever tool you're using, whether it's their customer data platform, sales platform, conversations platform, or marketing platform, your pricing is going to be different. So their starter version for their marketing platform starts at $8 a month with 5,000 emails you can send, no daily sending limits, no Brevo logos, basic reporting and analytics. And then if we take a look at their conversations, it's $15 a month for Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp with chatbots, so AI-powered chatbots and targeted messages, visitor lists, detailed information, and chat settings and report. You also can create forms and lead capture bots and have saved replies. Then their sales platform is $12 a month with unlimited open deals, unlimited deal pipelines, as well as sales automations and advanced reporting. So what are you guys waiting for? Sign up for Brevo today for all of these amazing features, and I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and if you have any questions about Brevo or anything else you would like to know, make sure to drop a comment down below, subscribe and like if you found this helpful, and have a great day ahead. I'll see you guys in the next video.